surroundings with greenery. And we are at Mount Alto State Sanitarium, where there are 290 souls buried beneath me. And they have been long forgotten, or have they? The Mount Alto State Sanitarium was opened in 1901 for tuberculosis patients, elderly, and the mentally ill. By 1926, it had almost 900 patients living here. And we're going to meet some of those people and listen to the talking dead. Irma Magazzini immigrated from Prato, Italy, with her mother and father and 7 siblings when she was 17 years old. Dreaming of a happy and better life, Irma married Alfonso Magazzini, and together they welcomed daughter Francesca in 1915. But Irma couldn't enjoy motherhood too long as she became ill with tuberculosis. She lived a short time at Mount Alto and died on October 3, 1917, at the age of 21. She is buried here at the Mount Alto Cemetery. Sisters Catherine Reddy and Mary Reddy were lively children that grew up around the coal mining and steel plants of Uniontown, PA. Born in 1889, Mary would have been close to her younger sister, Catherine, also called Katie, who was born in 1893. The closeness must have deepened as they were both sent, unfortunately, to Mount Alto State Sanitarium due to both having tuberculosis. Clinging to each other for comfort, the now young women probably supported each other through their illness. However, Mary died first on May 29, 1911, and possibly through grief, Katie followed not long after on July 6, 1911. The sisters are buried next to each other in the cemetery. Noted here also is when I was taking this picture of Mount Alto Cemetery, I had no idea that I was capturing this image that to me looks like a possible portal and maybe 2 girls standing there holding hands in hands. So tell me what you think. The most precious occupant of the Mount Alto State Sanitarium Cemetery has to be that of Frank Yo. Frank was born to Joseph and Julia Yo in Steelton, PA, a little over about an hour from Mount Alto. It is unclear why Frank came to Mount Alto, as there is no death certificate, but it may have been related more to physical disabilities or mental retardation. Whatever the reason, it had to have been frightening and confusing for Frank to be in such a large populated environment with no family as a small child. Frank passed away at age 6 on July 8, 1915. I am sure he was an angel to many of the sanitarium occupants and staff. He was lovingly buried in plot 67 near the playground. Perhaps his soul heard the laughter and play of the other children. Most of the occupants at Mount Alto State Sanitarium were immigrants, and they hailed from many different countries. They came from Jerusalem, they came from Greece, they came from Italy, they came from England. And can you imagine the halls and living quarters with so many different languages and religions? It must have been a real meeting pot of culture and customs. Unfortunately, what most of these folks shared in common was tuberculosis, ranging from very young to very old, and buried in the Mount Alto State Cemetery.